Okay, so now we take a look at question 31. So question 31 says that we have three different kinds of cell, A, B, and C. Now, based on the question, we see the word cell. So, of course, we have the topic on P5. This is the topic on P5 cell. Okay, this is the topic. Now, after that, let's take a look at the cells here. Okay, so A, B, and C. I've told you in class that for this topic, you do not need to identify what exactly the type of cell is. Like for example, A is a neuron cell, C is a sperm cell, or B is a type of plant cell. You do not need to tell me you don't need to identify what cell is it because we don't learn about the different types of cell. What we need to know, however, is the differences between an animal cell and the differences between a plant cell. And just by looking at the picture, you need to then know whether it's an animal cell or a plant cell. Why? Because an animal cell only has cell membrane, whereas a plant cell, it has cell wall. Sometimes it might have chloroplast, and it will also have a large cell set. Okay, as you can see here, or we call them the large vacuole. Okay, now, so if you take a look here, they ask you which of the above cell, A, B, or C, are animal cells. So right now, I'm looking for an animal cell. Ask yourself, animal cell, do they have cell wall? Definitely not. So we need to look at something that's no cell wall. So here, A, does it have a cell wall? No, there's only one layer here. So A is definitely not an animal cell because it doesn't have a cell wall. Okay, and then let's take a look at B. B, can you see there's actually another layer of another layer on it, above it. So this is actually the cell wall, and the inner layer here is actually the cell membrane, right? So because of that reason, because of the presence of the cell wall, B would be a plant cell. All right, and let's take a look at C then. C, even though this cell looks a little weird, but if you can see, there's only one membrane, and that one membrane would be the cell membrane, and this would mean that there's no cell wall. This is an animal cell. Now, with all of that said, they ask you which one of these above cells are animal cell. So you just have to answer cell A and C. Okay, but now they ask you to give a reason. Some of you forgotten to give a reason, and that would mean 0 marks, not even half a mark. Okay, so what's the reason why A and C are animal cell? A, both A and C have does not have a cell wall. Okay, so this is the one that I'm looking out for. It doesn't have a cell wall. Now, the thing is, some of you might tell me, oh, animal A and C, they are animal cell. Why? Oh, because B has cell wall. But the thing is, you're not explaining why you choose A and C. You need to explain why A and C. So because A and C does not have a cell wall. Clear? Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Rayson observed another cell, cell P, under a microscope. Now, this is an unknown cell. He concluded that it is an onion cell. Now, ask yourself, onion cell is a type of plant cell, right? We have done the experiment on it before. So a plant cell would definitely have a cell wall. Now, does cell P have a cell wall? Yes, it has. Can you see? This the inner one is a cell membrane, the outer one is a cell wall. So that now cell P is a plant cell. However, now you need two reasons because some of you only gave me one reason why it could be an onion cell. I'm not asking you whether it could be a plant cell. I'm asking you whether it could be an onion cell. Okay, so onion cell, ask yourself, okay, onion is a plant cell, there's cell wall. What else? Onion is a type of a bulb, okay, bulb. If you don't know yet, a bulb means it is an underground stem. Yeah, okay, so I think it's an underground stem. So now, do you think there is chloroplast at the underground stem? No, chloroplast is only present at the leaves. So not all plant cell has a chloroplast because only plant cell those plant cell that we take from the leaf section of the plant will have the chloroplast. So in this case, then I could confirm, hey, this could be a possible onion cell. So state 2 reason, we can say cell P has a cell wall. That's one of my reason, and you will be given 1 mark for this, but does not have a chloroplast. And this will give you another mark. So here I'm looking for cell wall and chloroplast. Clear? That will give you a 2 marks. Okay. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, now let's take a look at question number 32. Now, question 32 is a flow chart. Most of you actually get this correct, so I'm just going to go through it quickly. Now, state 2 characteristics of C, right? So in this case, C, I identify it to be here. Now, let me just do it in red color so you can see. Now, so the way how I even teach my P3s is that I'm going to take your highlighter and follow through the arrows. Maybe I highlight it in red, as you can see here. Can I do it in red? Okay, let me just highlight this thing, okay? Highlight here and highlight here to be yellow. Now, and here to be highlighted in yellow. Okay, now, so if you can see, I'm following from the start. Animal, does it lay egg? Yes. So, characteristic of C, it lays eggs because that's yes. Okay, so I can say characteristic of C, it lays egg. Okay, this will give me half a mark. Okay, and I need two characteristics, right? And does it have wings? No, it doesn't have wings. Some of you put yes, it does have wings. Huh? The answer here is no, it doesn't have wings, and it does not have wings, right? This will give you another half mark. Now, so some of you can also say it have gills because does it have gills? Yes. So you can also say it has gills. I would also accept that. So any two will do. Okay. Now let's take a look at the next question then. Based on the flow chart, name one difference between A and B. Again, now you can also use another kind of highlighter and first highlight them. Okay. Let me highlight a different color. Oh, I can't do this. Okay, wait. Let me highlight it to be a different color, green. Okay. Okay. Okay, never mind. Okay, and this one, A and B, I follow it here. Let me have a different blue color. And this one over here, it's blue. And this one over here is blue. Okay, so now let's take a look here. So we know that the one in the blue are B. So if I were you, and if I actually have some time, I will just scribble A. It does not lay eggs. So does not lay egg. And does it have hair? Does it have hair here? Yes. So has hair. Okay. Now, if you take a look at B, then okay, take a look at B. Does it lay eggs? Yeah, it actually lay eggs. So it lays egg. Now, and then after that, does it have wings? No wings, because the answer is no. Okay, no wings. And does it have gills? No gills. Okay, now, however, they say name one difference. And when we are actually comparing on difference, right, between A and B, we want to compare the same characteristics. So we don't compare has hair or they have no hair because you don't even know whether B has hair or no hair. Or we can't compare either wings or gills. We compare something that both characteristics that both of them they has been described. Okay, in this case, lays egg. So one does not lay eggs and the other one lays eggs. So we can say A, animal A does not lay eggs, but B lays eggs. Okay, now, so you need to tell me. Okay, so you cannot tell me about hair or other characteristic, because this one hair and then this one have no, B doesn't have the characteristic of hair. Wings or gills, A doesn't have the characteristic, so you can't confirm, but only laying eggs you can confirm. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Now let's see. Based on the above flowchart, name one similarity between D and E. Again, I'm not going to highlight it. So you do the same thing here. Okay, so you highlight it. Okay, maybe I just highlight it. Highlight it to using a different color, maybe red for D, right? So just go and do this way for D, red, and then for E, we just maybe do our purple color, right? For E. Oops. Okay, so if you take a look at this, the only difference that E and D has is that E does not, the E actually has 6 legs. D does not have 6 legs, right? But the rest here, both of them are the same. They lay eggs. It has wings, but it's only that this one E, it does not have 6 legs, but D, it has 6 legs. Sorry, D, it does not have 6 legs. Okay, so this is the similarity that you can see here. So name one similarity. You can just say both, because similarity we use the word both. Both animals lay eggs. You can say that, or you can also say both animals have wings. Either one of the answer, I will accept it. Okay? Now, next question. Based on the above flowchart, with which group A, B, C, D, or E do the following belong to? Now, crocodile. Ask yourself, crocodile, does it lay eggs? Of course, right? It is a reptile. Only mammals don't lay eggs. So, does crocodile have wings? No. Does it have gills? Definitely not, right? It's not a fish. So, it is option B. So, just ask yourself that question, follow through the flowchart, and you get the answer. Now, cockroach. Does cockroach lay eggs? Yes. Follow my arrow. Does it have wings? Well, yes, right? Some cockroaches have wings. Now, then after that, does it have 6 legs? Cockroach is an insect. So obviously it has 6 legs. So it is E. So the answer here would be E. Clear? Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the next question, question 33. At noon, Joe observed that the shadow of the basketball can be seen on the floor. So we're talking about shadow, okay, on the floor of the basketball as shown below. So in this case, when I just read the stem of the question, I know that the clue from the stem is the word shadow. And that will tell me the topic would then be on light. Now, then, the next thing I need to ask myself is the key concept. Remember? So, the key concept here about shadow. What is the key concept about shadow here? So, we know that a shadow is being formed when light is being blocked by, by an object. So, most likely it is an opaque object, right? Okay, so that is the key concept that I have. Okay, click this on fine. Let me just highlight that. Okay, now explain how the shadow of the basketball was formed. So again, basically they're just asking you how is shadow being formed. The key concept is a shadow is being formed when light is being blocked. But can we just say that a shadow is being formed when light is being blocked? No, that is the key concept. But right now, I'm asking you to refer back to the question. So the question say, okay, so the question say how the shadow of the basketball. So you need to make reference to the word basketball. Okay, so let's see. So here, how do we make reference? And we have to make reference to the word basketball and as well as write the key concept. Okay, so you can say the light was blocked. So I have the word blocked. I also have the word light. The light was blocked by the basketball. So can you see, instead of just saying a light is being blocked by an object, I need, what's the object? I refer back to the question. It was blocked by the basketball. Thus, the shadow of the basketball was formed. That's all. Okay? Simple. Now, let's take a look at the second question then. In the evening, Joe observed two shadows of the same basketball on the floor. Now, just now he just observed one shadow. Now he observed two shadows. The same key concept that I'm testing. How is shadow being formed? Shadow is being formed when light is being blocked by an object. So, with that said, if I have two shadows, it means, what does it mean? It means two sources of light is being blocked. So basically, you just add the number, right? So now the word here is explain. So you need to explain why. Okay, so first, you tell me first, how is this two shadows being formed? So you say two shadows are being formed because two sources of light, or some of you say that, oh, there are one source of light being blocked and another source of light is being blocked. Yeah, it's okay. So two sources of light were blocked by the basketball. Again, referring back to the basketball. Okay, so it's the light that's being blocked by the basketball. And this one, you get 1 mark. However, now you are supposed to explain. See, I've already highlighted the word explain. Okay, so sorry. So because of that, your two sources of light here will give you 1 mark and were blocked by the basketball is another 1 mark. So you just say two sources of light. There's two sources of light, cannot, because I need you to explain why is it two shadow, two sources of light blocked by the basketball. This is the key concept here. So that's why, so then you can say thus two shadows of the basketball were formed on the floor. That's all. Okay, so that is it for this question. Basically, the key concept is how shadow being formed when they are being blocked by an object. And in this case, it's the basketball. Okay, that's all. Okay, let's take a look at question 34. Jungwei had two similar dented ping-pong balls. Okay, so dented here means that it's just being pressed. Can you see? Okay, so then A and B, A and the one over here, B. He placed the dented ping-pong ball A in a container that is of 500 milliliter of hot water. Now this seems to me like a clue. 500 ml of hot water, hot, okay, and it's 60 degrees. So you can see here, this is the dented ping pong ball. It's in a container, 500 ml of hot water. Now, then he realized that the dented ping pong ball returned to its original shape. Now, so something, when I put it in the, something is causing it, this dented ping pong balls to go to the original shape when I put it in a container of hot water after 20 minutes. Now, so it becomes something like this. Now, the question now is explain. So again, the word explain how the dented ping pong ball returned to its original shape. Now, just based on this, something about hot water and something about returning to the original shape. Now, this then tells you that it is testing on the topic on what? Based on 500 ml of hot water. It is testing on topic on heat. Okay, and then again you have to write the key concept. So something about heat that is causing it to go to the original shape, something that is being pushed, right, is now going back to its original state. Now then, if you think about it, there's something got to do with expansion. Okay, so it is on the topic of heat and also matter, right? And the key concept here would then be matter expands when heated. Oh dear, wait. Let me just write it below. Matter expands when heated. So that is the key concept here. So now I need to explain it in terms of the question. Okay. So I have to relate it to the question itself, which is the hot water. I'm talking about the hot water caused the air in the dented ping pong ball to what? What is the word that we usually use in terms of heat? I'm causing the air in the dented ping pong ball, which because air itself here is the matter that we are referring to, because we say matter expands when heated. So what is the matter that we are talking right here, right now here? It is the air in the dented ping pong ball. You cannot just tell me the hot water caused the air to expand. Which air are you talking about? So you need to refer the air in the ping pong ball, in the dented ping pong ball. Now, so the air, the hot water caused the air in the dented ping pong ball to, you can't say expand first. What is it? When you talk about heat, talk about gains heat, right? To gain heat, this is a common term that we usually use when we talk about heat. To gain heat and expand. So if you just tell me that it just expand, I'm only going to give you half a mark here, because you're not telling me why is it expanding. Because you need to tell me it gains heat first before it expands. So gain heat, I give you half mark. Expand, I'll give you another half mark. Clear? So then I am still relating to the key concept. Can you see? Because matter expands when heated. I've already said that hot water is the one that is causing the air. In this case, that is the matter I'm referring to, air in the dented ping pong ball, and I'm talking about heated, so I say it gains heat and then it expands. So it expands. Can you see how I relate the question to the key concept? So you cannot just write the key concept in your answers. You need to relate to the question in order to get for you to get a mark. Yeah. Now, let's take a look at the next question then. Junwei then placed the ping pong ball B, so another ping pong ball, in a container filled with 500 milliliters of hot water. Again, it is the same container, it's the same water, it's the same temperature of the water. Now, this time he observed bubbles coming out. This is some clue that's telling you there's some bubbles that's coming out from one part of the dented. So it's just a little one part that you see over this part here, dented ping pong ball, and there's bubbles. Now, then think about it. When you see bubbles, let me just write. When you see bubbles, what does it mean? What is causing this bubble? Air, right? Air is the one. That means air is rushing out. So there's actually bubbles. Okay? So it means when there's air in the dented ping pong ball, think about it. That means what happened to the ping pong ball such that there's air coming out from it? Yeah, so there is actually a hole. Okay, so you have to think it has a hole where air is actually escaping, because bubble is telling you that air is escaping. Oh dear, I can't write it here. Air is escaping, and because of a hole. Okay, so that is the clue here that the question is asking you. So because of that, now I have to again explain. So I will explain it one by one. First, I want to say why is it that there is bubbles. Okay, so I say there's bubble because the dented ping pong ball had a hole. And this, I will give you half mark because you are telling me, oh, hey, there's a hole. Okay, but that's not all. What happens when there's a hole? So the next question is, what happens when there's a hole? So, air would escape. So this is another point. So you tell me there's a hole. Now air would escape. This is another half mark. Okay, and then so what if air is escaping? Okay, now because the question right now is explain why it took a longer time. Do you see here? A longer time for it to return to its original state. Can you see the word longer time? Hey, there is a word here that I'm looking at. Longer. What kind of word is it? It is a comparative word. Okay, so it's a comparative word, meaning that I am doing a comparison. So my answer must also have a bit of comparison. So first I already tell you that The dental ping pong ball has a hole, air could escape. But that doesn't explain why it took a longer time to return to its original shape. Okay, now I'm doing the explanation why. So when there is a hole and a lot of air is escaping, what does it mean? Inside the ping pong ball, is there more air or lesser air now that air is escaping? There is lesser air. So that's how I'm going to explain. There is lesser air in ball B. Now, take note of my words here. I'm using the word there's lesser air. You notice that I didn't say there is less air. I'm using a comparative adjective. There's lesser air in ball B. Okay, so when that happens, when there's lesser air, so what? So I'm again talking about gaining heat. I'm again talking about a key concept of gaining heat and expanding. So it there's lesser air in ball B to gain heat and expand. So I'm trying to say here there's lesser air in ball B to gain heat and expand. Or you can also say there's lesser air in ball B to so it will gain heat and expand at a slower rate. So that's why it took a longer time because it gains heat and expands at a slower rate. You can also see it this way. Okay, so again, I'm looking at the word lesser. I'm looking at the word slower. Okay, again, because it is talking about comparing. So first, let me repeat. I explain why is there bubbles, because I say, hey, there might be a hole and air is escaping. So I'm giving you the 1 mark. And then the next part of the question, the next part of the answer, you should answer me, why does it take a long time to return to the shape? Because more air escaping, that means there's lesser air in the ping pong ball. Lesser air in ping pong ball means lesser air to gain heat and expand. So it gain heat and expand at a slower rate. Understood? Okay. Okay, now let's take a look at this. Now let's take a look at question 35. Diagram below shows an electrical circuit. Alright, now from the word electrical circuit, we can now pinpoint that here it is on P5 electricity. Okay, now then they say other than the brightness of the bulb. Okay, so they say don't talk about the brightness of the bulb. State one disadvantage. Disadvantage means why is it bad to do this arrangement of bulbs? Now, ask yourself first, how is this bulb being arranged? What kind of arrangement is it? So as I've already mentioned, for circuit, you have to follow the pathway of from where the battery is, the negative to the positive or the positive to the negative, is going this way. As you can see, I'm moving. Okay, and this way. Now, so if you can see, there is only a single pathway where the electric current is actually flowing. So it is bulbs that is in series. Okay, let me write it down. I'm not so good at this. Okay, in series. Now, so then they say, okay, of course you know that bulbs in series, they will be dimmer, right? Because there will be less electric current that is passing through the bulbs. So that's why it will be dimmer, less brighter. However, they say, I don't want you to talk about the brightness of the bulb because other than the brightness of the bulb, what is another disadvantage? Okay, so basically, you just have to tell me, okay, you just have to tell me that what's another disadvantage of bulbs arranged in series? You know that what happens if one bulb fuse? If one bulb fuse or one bulb can't work, then the other bulb will also not light up. And why? Because they say give a reason. Can you see the word here? Give a reason to support your answer. So first, okay, let me do it one by one. So you say if one of the bulb in the circuit fuses, the other bulb will not light up. So something simple. Let me just do this. Will not light up. Now you have to give a reason. Okay, why is it that it will not light up? This, or you can say as it is an open circuit and electric current cannot flow through it. Full stop. Okay, so simple. Something about this, the key concept here is something about the key concept here is something about open circuit. Okay, so those that means if it's in series, it is an open circuit. When one of the bulb will fuse, so that's why the other bulb will not light up. Okay, now next one. Without changing the number of batteries and bulbs, what change should be made to this electrical circuit so that it could glow more brightly? So I'm looking at the term here. There is more brightly. Okay, can you see? So I want it to be more brightly, and I don't want you to change the number of batteries. I also don't want you to change the number of light bulbs. So you think, hey, something that is brighter. Miss Dana tell me that I have to arrange it in parallel. So I take a look here, and here a lot of you got confused because I asked you to draw a circuit diagram. It would mean I cannot draw these bulbs and the batteries that you see over here. I have to write the symbol of it. Okay. So let me try drawing this, although I might not be that good. So how many batteries are there? 1, 2, 3 batteries. Okay, let me draw the batteries first. 1 battery, 2 battery, 3 battery. Okay, then how about the wires? Okay, I have wires and I have 2 bulbs, but now my bulbs is in parallel. So let me just draw a bulb. So it's a circle and a cross. This is my bulb. It's not that nice, circle and a cross. This is another bar, and I have to just link them via parallel. So this one is going via this way. Electric current will go through this pathway, and another way is that electric current can also pass through a separate pathway through this bulb, and ta-da. Now check, do I have switches? No, I don't have switches. I have 2 bulbs, 3 batteries, and wires. Okay, that's it. Okay, so something simple. I think most of you can get this right, only that it is a circuit diagram. Most of you draw the bulbs and the batteries, which is not what I want. Okay? Okay, now let's take a look at this question. Now, Yasmin concluded an experiment using her heart rate monitor. She carried out different activities. So, something about heart rate. Okay, and carry out different activity at the same time because each of them is half an hour. And her heart rate after she carried out the activities were recorded below. So different activity like running, reading a book, running, and taking a nap, and we see the different number of heartbeats. Now this is a question that we have actually did before, okay? And something about heart rate, something about activity. What is it that we are testing you on now? Okay, it's definitely based on P5, circulatory and respiratory system. Right? So again, how does the different activity affect your heart rate and also your breathing rate? Okay, so of course, you know that the more intense the activity, the higher your heart rate is, right? And your breathing rate, your higher your heart rate or breathing rate is, right? Okay, so more intense the activity. All right, so that is actually the key concept, and of course later on we will be talking more about key concept in question 36C. Okay, so now basically they just ask you what is the aim of Yasmin experiment. Firstly, just take a look at the aim. Now I've already taught you how to craft out an aim, right? So how do you craft out an aim of a how do you craft out the aim? You need to know 2 things, right? In order for you to know the aim, you need to know 2 things, which is what is your change variable? What is your change variable? Look here. What is the change variable? Is the activities. Okay, because I'm changing the different activities. So you carry out different activity. So different activities. What? And number 2 that I need to know, other than the change variable, I need to know the measured variable. And measured variable is something that I measure or that I record. In this case, what did I record? Number of heartbeats per minute. So number, I'm just copying here. Can you see? Number of heartbeats per minute. Number of heartbeats per minute. So with that, now I can just come up with an aim. Remember, Miss Anna always say to come up with an aim, you just need to write to find out if, and what is your, insert your change variable. What's your change variable? Different activities, right? Different activities. Okay, so you insert your change variable already. Now add the word affects. Affects. Now then you write your measured variable. What is your measured variable? The number, let me just copy, of heartbeats per minute. That's all. That's how simple it is to craft an aim of an experiment. You just need to know what is the change variable. You also just need to know what is the measured variable. Okay? Now, let's see whether I can just bring this all up. Okay, now let's take a look at the next question then. The next question say, based on the data in the above table, what can she conclude? Now this is another thing that I've already taught you how to write. Your conclusion. Your conclusion should always be a relation is similar to a relationship question. Okay, and relationship question is always like the higher, the something something, the better, the something something, right? So there is always a comparative adjective. Now, always take a look at the aim then. The what of the different activity. Okay, so it's a relationship question. We look at the aim and craft out our conclusion. The just have to add the comparative adjective in front of the variable. Different activities, right? The what of the different activity. The greater the intensity. So you can say the greater the intensity, or some of you say the greater, later I'll tell you another one, the greater the intensity of the activities. Then what happened? The greater it is, the greater the intensity, the higher, just have to write the word higher, the higher, then just copy the number of heartbeats per minute. Per minute. Okay. Another way is, okay, another way of saying, you can also say something like, you don't know how to use the word intensity, you can say the more vigorous, right, the activity, then you can say the same thing, the higher number of heartbeats per minute, or you can say the more strenuous the activity, then the higher the number of heartbeats per minute. So something like that, something so simple, something just simple, just as to describe the activity. Some of you say, oh, conclusion means running around the school field has the highest number of heartbeat. No, I'm looking for a general statement. That is what conclusion is, a general statement. Okay, so I'm not asking you about the oh, what about running around the school field or taking a nap? Okay, I'm asking you to come up with something at a whole. So the more vigorous activity or the greater the intensity, higher the heartbeat per minute. Yeah. Now, next one. Based on the data in the above table, why is the number of heartbeat? So now I'm talking about number of heartbeat higher. Hey, I'm looking at a word with a. So I'm talking about a comparison question again. See, that is how you actually identify whether a question is on comparison or not. Okay, so higher as compared to reading a book. Now, this is something that I've taught you time and time and time again. First point, let me just give you in point form. Okay, first point, when someone is running around the school field, what does she need? She needs more energy, right? When she runs around, she needs more energy. Now, what else? So see, can you see the word more? More energy. So when she needs more energy, what does her body do to give her more energy? What happens to the heart? Heart beats faster. Oh, okay. Why does the heart beats faster? Oh, because if my heart beat faster, remember, not more blood. You cannot have more blood. Only that you need blood. So you need the heart to beat faster. Why? So that the heart can give or supply, okay, more oxygen, or then you can add digested food and water to the rest of the body, okay, to supply more. So I want more, I need more energy. And how do I need more energy? Because of the process of respiration, remember? I use all the oxygen, digested food, water, and I convert them into energy. So my heart will beat faster, so I can get more of this faster, right? And it will be able then to produce what? To produce more energy, because that's what you need. I use all this oxygen, I use digested food and water, and I produce more energy. Now, all of you just stop there, because this is half mark. Let me show you the mark, marking scheme. This is half mark. You need more energy. And how do you need more energy? What do your heart do? Your heart beat faster. When your heart beats faster, what does it do? It actually gives you more oxygen, digested food, and water to the rest of the body. And what does your body do with all of that? It produces more energy. Okay, so this two is actually hama. Now, not only that, then you all of you just stop here and you get 1.5 marks. Remember, when you are breathing, you're breathing in, you're taking in oxygen, but you are also breathing out. So you are also giving out carbon dioxide. So you need to add that in. So when you are you are also getting rid of the carbon dioxide. Now, can I just stop here? Getting rid of carbon dioxide. No, I can't, because getting rid of carbon dioxide, I'm not comparing. I need to say I am breathing faster and my heart is beating faster because I'm getting rid of the carbon dioxide faster or more quickly. You need to add this word over here. So let me show you all the comparative adjective. More energy. Heart beat faster. Supply more oxygen. Produce more energy. And getting rid of the carbon dioxide faster and more quickly. With that said, I have my 2 marks. Let me just write it down in sentence in case you want to see it. So I can say, when running, she needs more energy, or her body needs more energy. Okay, doesn't matter. Her heartbeat faster to supply more oxygen, digested food, and water to the rest of the body, so that it can produce more energy. Full stop. Okay, it is also to get rid of or to remove the carbon dioxide faster or more quickly. With that said, this is the full 2 marks. Can you see? Now, if I just write it in point form, I can also write it in. Of course, in your answers, don't write it in point form. Please write it in essay. But my point is, I'm putting it in point form so that you can see the breakdown of the answers. Okay, so please don't get this question wrong again. We have done this question a lot of times. Yeah. Okay, now let's take a look at question 37. 37, Tingy wanted to find out if the surrounding temperature affects the growth of a frog eggs. Okay, the growth of frog eggs. Okay, so something about frog eggs. Okay, it's an experiment. She poured the same amount of water with same temperature with 3 same containers A, B, C. Then she placed the frog eggs in each of the containers 6, 4, and 5 below. And she just changed the location, right? Field, refrigerator, incubator. And in the field, it's about 32 degrees. In the fridge, it's about 6 degrees. And incubator, which is quite hot, it is 55 degrees. So everybody okay? So in these containers, she just placed a different number of frog eggs. And she placed it in the different location. Now, I want you to take a look here. Hey, there's 2 things that's being changed here. Okay, the number of frog eggs and the location. Now, a lot of you tell me that there's 3 variables that's changed that includes the surrounding of the surrounding air, right? Temperature of the surrounding air. But you think about it. In the field, the temperature is 32. In the fridge, the temperature is 6. In the incubator, the temperature is 55 degrees Celsius. So basically, of course, I can't keep this or the temperature the same like 20 degrees for in the field or in the fridge or the incubator, because fridge you can't get it at 20 degrees. Incubator you can't get it at 20 degrees. So right. So basically, the location will determine the surrounding temperature. So I'm not saying that there is any change in the temperature of the surrounding air. It means that I change the location, so that's why the temperature is also changing. So in this case, there's only two variables that is being changed: the location and the number of frog eggs. Clear? But then you also know, hey, in a fair test, only one variable should be changed, right? Let me start. Fair test, only one variable should be changed. And which variable should we change? The what Ryan always say, what you want to find out is what you change, right? What you want to find out is what you change. So you change what you want to find out. And how do you know what you want to find out? You look at the aim, right? So let's take a look at the aim of this question again. He wants to find out if the surrounding temperature affects the growth of the eggs. So what is it that he wants to find out? How the surrounding temperature affects the growth of the eggs. So it means that I must change the temperature. So my change variable, because I want to find out if the surrounding temperature, right, affects it. So I have to change my change variable is the surrounding temperature. So it makes sense that if I go to different location for the different surrounding temperature, it's okay for me to do this. But what is not what's not fair here is there's another variable that is being changed, which in this case is the number of frog eggs. Imagine if it is not the same. One is 6, one is 4, and one is 5. Obviously, we see that there will be more frog egg in container A, right? Because it starts off with 6 frog eggs. So that is not fair. With that said, why is it not a fair test? Okay, so you can tell me in a fair test, only one variable is changed, but you cannot stop there. Okay, only one variable is changed. You need to go back to the question, remember? So in this question, what is it that should not be changed? Okay, so you can say the number of frog eggs. So we just copy here. The number of frogs here had been changed, and that would affect the results of the experiment. So it should remain constant. So you can say only one variable is changed, but in this case, there is two variables. You can say that, right? The location and also the number of frog eggs. And the number of frog eggs would affect the result of the experiment. Remember what I said? Because if we start out with 6, definitely container A will have more, right? The growth of frog eggs, container A will definitely have more. So it will affect the results. Okay, clear? Okay, next one. Cindy then released her tadpoles into her pond and continued to observe the life cycle of a frog. And she noticed that the young of the frog lived in water, but the adults lived on land. Now, so of course you know that when you study about life cycle, you know that for frogs, when they are tadpoles, right, they don't have lungs. Lungs have not developed yet, and then when they become a frog, then they can actually live on land as well, right? But now I'm not asking about all of that. I'm asking you, what is one good thing or one advantage why it is good for them to live in different surroundings? Why is it good? Now, a lot of you say something about competition. Okay, but if you actually really take a look at the life cycle, go back to your P4 chapter, you will know that it's actually the adult frog. When you place it together with the tadpole, it will start to eat the young. Okay, so one advantage to separate them is, of course, it prevents the adult frog from eating the young. Okay, so simple, just like that. This is actually from your P4 topic. There's nothing, no analysis, or there's no need for you to analyze any of this question over here. Okay, So it's as simple as that.